How is it that the most disliked Batman movie of all time is now getting some of the best looking, most film accurate action figures ever at retail? Oh, by the way, they didn't forget to sculpt in the bat nipples. Guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. McFarlane Toys have revealed their upcoming DC Multiverse Batman and Robin movie figures at Toy Fair 2023, and holy hell, these figures are looking absolutely mind blowing. On the channel today, we're going to be running through the new images and talking about them. Guys, if you enjoy the content here, do consider supporting the channel by clicking on the join button to sign up as a channel member here on YouTube or signing up on the Retro Toy Escapades Patreon page. Members have access to exclusive content, priority replies, and video requests. Thank you, and I look forward to having you guys on board. Now, I watched Batman and Robin in theaters when it first came out in 1997, and holy shit, it was one excruciating experience. The best thing about it was the Smashing Pumpkins song that was on the soundtrack, right? But years later, the film has achieved something of a cult favorite status, there's no denying that. New audiences find themselves drawn to the film's comedic silliness, especially when the actors say the most ridiculous things but with a straight face. Fast forward to this new range of figures from McFarlane, I have to say that they have what is certain to be another nostalgia-driven sellout blockbuster on their hands. The George Clooney Batman figure was released previously as part of the Batman movie collection. That was the only way to get the figure, but now you can also get it single-carded as part of this Build-A-Figure wave. Now, George Clooney's Batman is typically regarded as one of the worst, most uninteresting movie Batmans of all time. Even his Bruce Wayne kind of sucked as well. But when it comes to this particular action figure, I gotta tell you, okay, there's just something about this thing in the way that they've done it so well, okay? That Clooney jaw, man, they've really captured it, all right? Even if you hated the movie, you just found nothing to like about his performance in there, you gotta admit, okay, as a Batman figure and one that's based off an actor, they pretty much nailed this thing. I can't think of a single reason to actually own a George Clooney action figure. Maybe from his performance in From Dusk Till Dawn, okay, the one that was by Robert Rodriguez. Yeah, that was probably a movie that could use some action figures perhaps. But this one right here, I have to tell you, okay, I mean, it's just evident of how good McFarlane toy sculpting can be, I guess when they want it to be, all right? This one here is pretty solid all around. Now, we also have the Alicia Silverstone Batgirl. Now, this Batgirl character, in a movie, I felt that she was pretty forgettable. Alicia Silverstone was at the time at the peak of her career, right? And once again, okay, they have nailed her likeness in this figure. This is like Clueless era Alicia Silverstone, all right? Without a doubt, that's her, okay? That's her right there. And, once again, I can't help but feel that, the fact that they've nailed the actor likeness so well, it makes me kind of want this figure. And similarly for Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy, she was just a forgettable villain, man. Come on, okay? All of the villains in that movie was just bad, right? In fact, I'm surprised they didn't do a Bane for this one. Maybe there's a wave 2. I mean, I don't know. But having said that, okay, they've nailed Uma Thurman's likeness in this Poison Ivy figure. And the detailing here, especially on the outfit and everything, looks great as well. Another must-have, and I think a lot of people, I did see some comments saying that they were actually looking forward to this figure the most. Now, when it comes to Chris O'Donnell's portrayal as Robin, I actually don't have a problem with his role. I think he was pretty good in the movie. He was pretty good, especially for the time. And he was, in fact, introduced in 95's Batman Forever, which was a far superior Batman movie, right? They got him alongside Val Kilmer. And, then they got him in Batman and Robin opposite George Clooney. They just expected us not to notice the transition, I suppose. But he was pretty good in the movie, all right? He wasn't that great in Batman and Robin, though. But this action figure they put out of him, man, once again, okay, the likeness here is undeniably stunning. Okay, just look at this thing here, all right? You never had a reason to ever want to own a Chris O'Donnell figure until now, right? Now, this whole set also includes a Build-A-Figure Mr. Freeze. Now, one thing that's fantastic about McFarlane Toys when it comes to the Build-A-Figures is that they only require you to purchase something like 4 figures in order to get the additional fifth figure. All right. So all of the four figures come with just the right amount of parts to build the fifth figure. It's not like some of these other companies that require you to get something like 8 freaking figures just to get the additional figure, and there's no reason for that. Sometimes they can just put out a wave with less figures, but they don't do that. All right. So McFarlane, so far from what I can see, they've only required you to get something like 4 figures at the maximum. And the beautiful thing about them is that all of the individual figures have always remained consistent in their pricing. All right, a lot of these companies, we've seen a lot of price hikes in the last couple of years, but McFarlane stuff has pretty much remained consistent for the last 3 to 4 years. And what's fantastic about this wave is that all of the figures in this assortment are pretty much solid. Okay, I don't see any pack warmers here. I don't see any figures that you probably do not want to have in your collection if you're on board with something like this Batman and Robin series. And on top of that, they're also giving you the Mr. Freeze figure. And the likeness of Schwarzenegger here is just stunning, all right? Most people don't remember that back in the day when Kenner was doing the toys for Batman and Robin, they actually put out a pretty good looking Schwarzenegger figure. All right, the likeness of Schwarzenegger in those old Kenner sculpts was actually really good. Okay, if you go back and revisit them, you'll see that they actually put in a lot of effort for the time to put in a Schwarzenegger likeness in a very kiddish toy line. All right, but here McFarlane has just nailed it. This is unmistakably Arnold's face. Okay, right there. Anyway, guys, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts and comments on this new wave of incoming Batman Robin movie figures from McFarlane Toys. What do you guys think about them? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments section. And guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to show your support for the channel so that I can keep bringing you more content like this.